Paris is once again at the center of global celebrity headlines. Under the golden glow of the city's lights and behind the discreet entrances of luxury hotels near the Champs-Élysées, a new wave of speculation has erupted, this time surrounding Timothée Chalamet and his highly publicized relationship with Kylie Jenner. But what truly ignited the conversation wasn't a red carpet appearance or an official statement. It was a single sighting. A mysterious woman. A brief moment. And a flood of questions that spread across the internet within hours. Before we dive deeper, make sure you like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for the latest breaking celebrity news and exclusive updates. Because what unfolded in Paris is more than just another rumor, it's a developing story that has fans asking whether this marks a new chapter for Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, or the beginning of something unexpected. The story began when Timothée Chalamet arrived in Paris for a series of fashion events and private industry meetings. Known for his bold style choices and critically acclaimed performances in films like Call Me by Your Name and Dune, Chalamet has become a regular fixture in both Hollywood and high fashion circles. His presence in Paris during fashion season was hardly surprising. What shocked observers, however, was the appearance of a dark-haired woman seen walking just steps behind him. There was no hand-holding. No overt display of affection. Just a brief exchange of glances and a subtle smile. Yet that fleeting interaction was enough to spark massive online speculation. Who was she? Why wasn't Kylie Jenner with him? And why did this happen at a time when insiders had described their relationship as stable and serious? Kylie Jenner, beauty mogul and global media personality, has long mastered the art of controlling her public image. Since her relationship with Timothée Chalamet became public, the couple has generated enormous media attention. From award show appearances to intimate moments captured at concerts and exclusive events, their chemistry has consistently fueled headlines and trending searches worldwide. But Paris felt different. The tone shifted. Social media platforms exploded with theories. Search terms like Timothée Chalamet Paris mystery woman, Kylie Jenner relationship update, and Timothée Chalamet breakup rumors surged rapidly. Fans analyzed every photo frame by frame. The woman's posture, her proximity, even her expression, nothing escaped scrutiny. The pace slows. Imagine the camera zooming in on Timothy's expression as he enters the hotel lobby. Calm. Composed. Almost unreadable. That composure only intensified the intrigue. Was this simply a professional meeting misinterpreted by the media? Or was there something more beneath the surface? Hours after the images circulated online, Kylie Jenner posted a subtle Instagram story. No mention of Paris. No clarification. Just a studio selfie with an ambiguous caption. It didn't confirm anything. It didn't deny anything. But in the digital age, silence often speaks louder than words. And the internet began filling in the blanks. Their relationship has always fascinated the public precisely because of their differences. Timothée Chalamet represents the artistic, indie film prestige world, intellectual scripts, film festivals, carefully curated performances. Kylie Jenner embodies modern pop culture power, beauty empire success, reality television fame, and social media dominance. The contrast between them created intrigue from the very beginning. Yet despite constant scrutiny, neither has offered detailed public commentary about their romance. No exclusive interviews breaking down their relationship timeline. No dramatic declarations. They have largely allowed their appearances together to speak for themselves. That's what made the Paris moment so powerful. If the woman was merely a colleague, why no immediate clarification? If it was purely professional, why did the footage surface outside any official event setting? In celebrity culture, perception can shape reality. One photograph can redefine an entire narrative. Then came the turning point. At a private gathering in central Paris, several attendees reported that Timothée appeared alone. no mysterious companion at his side. He mingled with designers, spoke briefly with photographers, and departed without incident. The narrative began to shift. By the following morning, news sources suggested that the woman captured in the original photos was reportedly connected to a creative fashion collaboration. Not a romantic partner. Not a secret relationship. Simply part of a professional team involved in ongoing projects. A routine interaction magnified by the lens of celebrity obsession. And then, the payoff. Days later, fresh images surfaced, not in Paris, but in the United States, showing Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner together at a private event. Standing side by side. Relaxed. Comfortable. There were no dramatic gestures, but there was familiarity. Presence. A subtle confirmation without words. For many observers, that was the answer they had been waiting for. The Paris mystery may have been nothing more than a moment taken out of context. In the world of global stardom, a single frame can ignite thousands of assumptions. A brief encounter can generate millions of views and endless commentary. What remains most compelling is not the identity of the woman in Paris, but the resilience of Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner under relentless public scrutiny. Every rumor fuels engagement. Every sighting drives headlines. Yet they continue navigating their relationship without dramatic public rebuttals. Is this simply another test for a high-profile couple constantly under the spotlight? Or proof that they have learned to move through speculation without letting it define them? As of now, there has been no confirmed split, no official statement of conflict, only the ongoing rhythm of two global figures living in an era where privacy is nearly impossible. Paris may have delivered a moment of mystery. But the story of Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner is far from over. And if history is any indication, the world will be watching every next move. What do you think? Was the mysterious woman in Paris just a misunderstanding, or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for the latest updates on Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. The aftermath of the Paris sighting did not fade quietly. Instead, it evolved. Within 48 hours, entertainment outlets across the United States and Europe began dissecting the timeline of Timothée Chalamet's trip. Flight logs were speculated about. Guest lists were rumored. Anonymous insiders surfaced with carefully worded statements that revealed just enough to keep curiosity alive, but never enough to close the case entirely. Online forums dedicated to celebrity news tracked Kylie Jenner's movements during the same window. She was reportedly focused on business meetings tied to her beauty empire, with appearances scheduled weeks in advance. Some fans interpreted her busy schedule as proof that nothing was wrong. Others insisted distance can speak volumes in high-profile relationships. The narrative fractured into competing theories, each gaining traction depending on which audience you asked. Then came a subtle but powerful pattern interrupt. A fashion house posted behind-the-scenes footage from a Paris fitting session. In the background, barely visible at first glance, was the same woman previously labeled mysterious. This time, she was clearly wearing a staff badge. She was coordinating fabrics, discussing lighting angles. The context shifted instantly. What had appeared intimate now looked procedural, professional, ordinary. But the internet doesn't move backward easily. Even as clarification emerged, engagement numbers soared. Videos analyzing body language clues accumulated millions of views. Commentators slowed down footage, zoomed into facial expressions, and debated micro-gestures. The mystery had transformed into content that fed the constant appetite for updates on Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner's relationship status. Behind the spectacle, industry observers noted something else. Neither Timothée nor Kylie directly addressed the speculation. No emergency press releases. No defensive interviews. Their silence, once interpreted as suspicious, gradually began to resemble strategy. In an era where overexposure can damage credibility, restraint can become a form of control. Midway through the storm, a new development added another layer of intrigue. Timothee was announced as part of an upcoming international film collaboration rumored to involve extended production time in Europe. The timing was striking. Would long-distance logistics test the relationship? Would Kylie travel frequently? Or would their careers temporarily move on parallel tracks? The tempo shifts again. Just as speculation about distance intensified, Kylie Jenner appeared at a public event wearing a subtle accessory that fans immediately linked to Timothee, a piece previously seen in his styling rotation. It wasn't confirmation. It wasn't a declaration. But symbolism matters in celebrity culture. Screenshots circulated within minutes. Headlines reframed the narrative: still strong? Quiet confidence? Unbothered? Meanwhile, insiders close to the couple described their dynamic as grounded and intentionally private. According to those sources, both understood the magnitude of public attention from the start. Their approach reportedly focused on protecting personal space rather than feeding constant validation cycles. The climax of this extended chapter arrived unexpectedly during a late-night industry gathering in Los Angeles. Photographers captured Timothee and Kylie arriving separately, but leaving together. There was no dramatic display for cameras, yet there was unmistakable ease. A brief laugh. A synchronized step. Subtle, but powerful. Observers who had predicted a quiet breakup recalibrated their stance. Analysts who had warned of tension reconsidered. The Paris mystery began to feel less like a fracture and more like a case study in modern celebrity amplification. Still, the broader implications linger. The Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner relationship represents more than two individuals dating. It merges two influential cultural ecosystems: prestige cinema and digital empire entrepreneurship. Every appearance becomes symbolic. Every absence becomes narrative fuel. The Paris incident revealed how quickly perception can outpace fact, and how digital audiences participate in constructing meaning. Zoom out. What does this say about fame in 2026? A single photograph, stripped of context, can trigger global discourse within hours. Algorithms reward intrigue. Ambiguity becomes monetized. And public figures must navigate a reality where even silence becomes a headline. Yet through it all, neither party appears to have shifted course dramatically. Timothee continues preparing for demanding roles. Kylie continues expanding her business ventures and maintaining her media presence. Professionally, momentum remains steady. Personally, they appear, at least outwardly, aligned. The payoff, perhaps, is not a dramatic confession or an explosive reveal. It is something subtler: stability in the face of spectacle. The realization that not every viral moment signals a hidden crisis. Sometimes, a woman walking behind an actor in Paris is simply that, a colleague on a schedule, caught in a frame that the world interpreted too quickly. But the story's resonance lies deeper. It highlights the fragile balance between curiosity and intrusion. Fans feel invested. They analyze timelines and decode captions because they care. Yet the line between interest and assumption can blur fast. The Paris episode became a reminder of how narratives form, and how they dissolve when context returns. Even now, search engines continue to log high traffic for terms connected to the event. The digital footprint will not vanish overnight. Future interviews may reference it in passing. Future sightings will inevitably be compared against it. That is the life cycle of high-visibility relationships. As this chapter closes, a new one quietly begins. Upcoming premieres. Award season buzz. Potential joint appearances that will either reinforce confidence or spark fresh waves of speculation. The cycle continues. For now, however, the most compelling conclusion may be this: the mystery that once seemed explosive resolved into something surprisingly ordinary. No hidden affair exposed. No dramatic fallout confirmed. Just two globally recognized figures navigating careers and connection under extraordinary scrutiny. And perhaps that is the real story. In a culture addicted to instant drama, sometimes the absence of chaos is the strongest statement of all. But just when the narrative seemed to settle, a new wave of analysis began, this time not driven by paparazzi images, but by timing. Entertainment reporters started mapping public appearances side by side. When did Timothée Chalamet last attend an event alone? When was the last confirmed sighting of Kylie Jenner and Timothee together before Paris? How often had they appeared publicly in the months leading up to the trip? Charts were created. Threads went viral. What once felt like a simple sighting evolved into a timeline investigation stretching back nearly a year. And here's where the tension quietly rebuilds. Because when you zoom out, patterns begin to emerge, not necessarily dramatic ones, but enough to keep curiosity alive. The couple has always been selective. They don't flood red carpets together. They don't overshare on social media. Their appearances come in carefully spaced intervals, almost unpredictable. That unpredictability feeds speculation. It keeps the public slightly off balance. Then came another pattern interrupt. A short clip surfaced from an industry after-party in New York weeks before the Paris trip. In that clip, Timothee is seen in deep conversation with a small group that includes, briefly, the same woman later spotted in Paris. The footage is grainy, taken from a distance, but it reframes the story. Suddenly, the Paris sighting looks less spontaneous and more like part of ongoing professional interactions. The camera metaphorically zooms in again, this time not on a romantic gesture, but on professional consistency. Insiders within the fashion and film crossover space quietly confirm that Timothee has been expanding his involvement beyond acting, creative consulting, brand collaborations, and artistic partnerships. The so-called mystery woman reportedly works within that overlapping creative network. If accurate, that explanation reduces the emotional charge of the story. But the internet thrives on emotional charge. While clarification softened some reactions, others doubled down. Why no direct denial, some asked. Why no joint appearance immediately after? The demand for instant reassurance reveals something larger about celebrity culture in 2026. Audiences no longer wait for confirmed narratives, they construct them in real time. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner's public schedule continued uninterrupted. Product launches, campaign teasers, business panels. Observers noticed something subtle, her tone remained consistent. No cryptic sadness. No pointed lyrics. No indirect shading. For someone whose digital presence is analyzed down to punctuation, that consistency became its own statement. And then came another quiet but powerful moment. At a private screening event in Los Angeles, Timothée Chalamet was asked, briefly, about balancing public and private life. He didn't mention Paris. He didn't mention Kylie directly. But his response was telling. He spoke about protecting what matters and letting work speak louder than speculation. It was measured, calm, intentional. That quote traveled quickly. Headlines reframed again, Timothee breaks silence? Subtle response to rumors? Even without specifics, his words were interpreted as a controlled acknowledgement of the storm. The tension peaks again here, not because of scandal, but because of restraint. The absence of drama becomes the drama. Behind the scenes, industry analysts began pointing out something strategic. Both Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner understand media cycles. Both have lived under intense scrutiny for years. Reacting emotionally can prolong a narrative. Ignoring it can allow it to exhaust itself. In this case, exhaustion appears to be winning. Search interest, which initially spiked dramatically after the Paris photos, began tapering within weeks. New headlines replaced old ones. Fresh celebrity news diverted attention. That is the rhythm of digital culture, intense, fast, and often short-lived. Yet something lingers beneath the surface. The Paris moment revealed how fragile public perception can be. It exposed how quickly admiration can pivot into suspicion. It demonstrated how celebrity relationships are often treated like serialized dramas, with audiences expecting cliffhangers and reveals. But reality rarely conforms to scripted pacing. In the weeks following the controversy, Timothee resumed filming commitments tied to his upcoming international projects. Kylie continued expanding her brand portfolio, reportedly exploring new markets and collaborations. Neither schedule appeared disrupted. Neither camp signaled instability. And then, in a move that felt almost symbolic, the two were photographed again, this time during a low-key outing far from red carpets and fashion capitals. No designer backdrop. No flashing premiere signage. Just an ordinary setting. Casual clothing. Minimal entourage. It wasn't a grand declaration of unity. It wasn't a staged statement. It was normal. That normalcy may be the most compelling payoff of all. Because in a culture conditioned to expect dramatic twists, sometimes continuity is the real headline. The Paris mystery, once amplified into potential relationship turmoil, ultimately dissolved into context and routine. The narrative arc that seemed poised for rupture instead leveled into stability. Still, observers know this won't be the last wave of speculation. High-profile relationships exist in cycles. A sighting sparks questions. Silence fuels theories. Clarification resets the tone. Then the cycle begins again. What makes the Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner dynamic uniquely compelling is the fusion of two vastly different public identities. One rooted in cinematic prestige and artistic credibility. The other built on digital empire, entrepreneurship, and cultural dominance. Their partnership challenges stereotypes about compatibility in celebrity culture, and that alone ensures continued fascination. Paris, in hindsight, may become just a footnote, a brief chapter that tested public patience more than personal commitment. But its impact was instructive. It reminded audiences how easily narrative momentum can detach from verified reality. It highlighted how fame transforms ordinary interactions into global talking points. And it demonstrated that sometimes the strongest response is not confrontation, but composure. As of now, there is no confirmed breakup. No official tension. No public fallout. Only two influential figures continuing forward in parallel, occasionally intersecting in ways that capture attention. The mystery that once dominated headlines has quieted, but the relationship remains under observation, watched not only by fans, but by an industry fascinated with the intersection of art, business, and modern celebrity identity. And perhaps that is where the story truly settles for now, not in scandal, but in endurance. Because in the relentless spotlight of global fame, endurance might be the most impressive plot twist of all. Yet even as the headlines cooled and the Paris mystery seemed to fade into the background, something else began to take shape, a broader conversation about how modern celebrity relationships survive in an era dominated by instant analysis, viral clips, and algorithm-driven narratives. Because what happened in Paris was never just about one unidentified woman walking a few steps behind Timothée Chalamet. It became a symbol. A trigger point. A reminder that in 2026, perception can move faster than truth. Industry strategists quietly observed how the situation unfolded. Within hours of the original photos surfacing, engagement metrics across entertainment platforms surged. Articles speculating about a potential strain between Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner outperformed routine celebrity updates by significant margins. It wasn't the clarity that drew attention, it was the ambiguity. Ambiguity sells. But here's where the story deepens. Unlike many high-profile couples who rush to publicly fix a narrative, neither Timothée nor Kylie appeared to scramble. There were no coordinated paparazzi strolls staged the next morning. No emotional social media captions designed to shut down rumors instantly. Instead, there was patience. That patience altered the rhythm of the story. When audiences expect reaction and don't receive it, curiosity intensifies, but only temporarily. Without new fuel, speculation eventually begins to cannibalize itself. The Paris sighting had shock value, but shock without escalation loses traction. Still, a subtle tension lingered in public discourse. Some commentators began framing the event as a test, not of loyalty, but of media resilience. Could a relationship built between two of the most scrutinized figures in entertainment withstand constant microscopic evaluation? Because beyond romantic speculation, there is a psychological layer to celebrity partnerships that often goes unseen. Timothée Chalamet's career trajectory has been defined by artistic credibility and selective project choices. His brand thrives on depth, nuance, and calculated exposure. Kylie Jenner's empire, on the other hand, was forged in the furnace of hypervisibility. Her business success is intertwined with constant public engagement. The contrast creates both fascination and friction in public perception. And Paris amplified that contrast. Some critics questioned whether their worlds truly align long-term. Others argued that their differences are precisely what strengthened a relationship, balancing visibility with restraint, spectacle with subtlety. The narrative tension builds again here. Because shortly after the Paris speculation cooled, whispers about Timothee's upcoming extended filming schedule in Europe resurfaced. Months away from Los Angeles. Long production days. International press tours. Distance, even in stable relationships, can test dynamics. Yet sources close to both camps described a pragmatic approach. Modern celebrity couples often operate across continents. Private jets and flexible schedules reduce logistical strain. More importantly, mutual understanding of demanding careers becomes essential. And then came another moment that quietly reset the narrative. During a high-profile industry gala, Kylie Jenner was asked about balancing personal life and entrepreneurship. She responded with a composed reflection about prioritizing peace and not letting noise dictate real life. Again, no direct reference to Paris. But the undertone was unmistakable: control, clarity, and calm. Observers began noticing a pattern. Both individuals were addressing the broader theme of speculation without validating the specific rumor. It was a strategic redirection. Instead of fighting one headline, they reframed the conversation about privacy and boundaries. The camera metaphor shifts once more, pulling back from the microdrama to the macro picture. The Paris incident may ultimately be remembered less for who the woman was and more for what it revealed about digital culture. In today's ecosystem, a 5-second clip can launch a 5-day frenzy. Context becomes secondary. Emotional interpretation becomes primary. Yet despite the intensity of that cycle, no concrete evidence ever surfaced suggesting betrayal, conflict, or instability between Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. What existed was projection, layered upon limited visual information. Weeks later, when the couple attended another private event together, their body language appeared unchanged from previous months. Comfortable proximity. Shared laughter. Casual synchronization. For seasoned observers, these subtle cues carry more weight than viral screenshots. The payoff here is not explosive revelation, it's continuity. And continuity, in celebrity culture, is underrated. Because while scandals generate spikes, stability builds longevity. If anything, the Paris episode may have strengthened public curiosity rather than weakened perception of their bond. Surviving a rumor without visible fracture can reinforce the image of confidence. Still, the entertainment landscape remains unpredictable. Award season looms. Film premieres approach. Brand expansions continue. Each public appearance will be dissected. Each absence will be questioned. The Paris mystery may be resolved in practical terms, but its ripple effects linger in audience memory. What makes this chapter compelling is how ordinary it turned out to be. No secret romance uncovered. No dramatic confrontation. No emotional confession. Just a fleeting misinterpretation magnified by fame. And yet, the story dominated feeds worldwide. That contrast, between dramatic reaction and mundane reality, is the defining tension of this saga. As of now, Timothée Chalamet continues advancing his film career with calculated precision. Kylie Jenner continues scaling her business ventures while maintaining cultural relevance. Their individual trajectories remain strong. Their shared moments, though infrequent, remain intact. Paris did not dismantle their relationship narrative. It tested the elasticity of public perception. And perhaps that is the most telling outcome. In an era where attention spans shrink and headlines rotate hourly, maintaining composure can be the ultimate power move. Instead of reacting impulsively, both figures allowed time to dilute speculation. The mystery that once seemed poised to unravel a romance has settled into a case study in modern media amplification. But one truth remains unchanged: as long as Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner occupy the same cultural orbit, every shared frame, intentional or accidental, will carry weight far beyond its original context. The world will continue watching. Not necessarily for scandal, but for the next moment that invites interpretation.